just what you want. So don't leave me drowning. Don't let me down.
And on the curtain here, final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach.
They did, and it showed, and it was fun to watch. Terrific. David, thanks. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now, we might have a throwback battle on our hands, Greg. These two teams take pride in their defense.
No doubt, these are some tough-nosed, gritty, physical defenses, and we're not going to see many easy buckets. Both sides are going to make you work.
And taken away by Paul, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Jackson against Paul. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from three. Boy, how times have changed.
Paul surveying the floor. Booker left side. And it's sent back by Morris. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And there's Bridges on the assist by Paul.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
The Suns have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Jackson in the corner. Johnson with the rebound. The Suns have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, no fear from this young man. Booker will take any shot.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Leonard inside, defended by Bridges. Here's the Suns with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Paul. And he converts the layup. Paul's got 6.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Mikal Bridges has found a groove the last couple of years. 5 years removed from college, and he's become a full-time starter.
The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Outside Leonard. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Back to Johnson. Ayton trying to break free. Kicks it out to Booker. Bridges up top. 6 on the shot clock. A second chance effort, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And about Mikal Bridges, just how good can he be?
He's got the power to beat you off the dribble inside. Certainly likes to attack the paint, but he can also spot up and beat you from beyond the arc.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. And the Suns here with a different look. Sharks checked in for 8. Torrey Craig comes in for Johnson. Okogie's checked in for Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Paul. Batum, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
And nice ups from Batum. He's in the air for the jam before the defense can stop him.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Payne kicks to Bridges. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
Ball for Phoenix.
Here's Payne. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Craig against Batum. Here's Wall. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the wing right side. Here's Payne. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Mann's checked in for the Clippers.
Now, into the lineup for your Clippers.
Powell for 3. Hands it from downtown.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Knocked loose. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Outside, Wall. Covington passes to Wall. 32 seconds left in the first. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Lee comes in for Josh Okogie. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Payne. Lee kicks to Craig. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers trail by 7. Mann passes to Wall. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Bridges misses. Good if it goes. That shot misses. And so it's the Phoenix Suns bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
The Suns, 16. Fans, let's give up a big
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys say?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is at the center with Johnson next to him. And it's Lee in at the 3. Johnson, a wide open look, and they'll get another chance. Tries again. That shot off. Good work defensively by Morris. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Leonard dishes to George. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
An area that Leonard has focused on honing, just taking what the D gives you in that pick and roll.
Basket counts. Paul's got 8 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Here's Lee. Another shot. Here's Booker. George with the defensive effort.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Passes it to Powell. Morris trying to free himself up. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Powell. Back to Jackson. It's Powell on the wing. Defended by Paul. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubats has checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Norman Powell. And a change for the Suns. Okogie's checked in for Damian Lee. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
That free throw, no good. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
Now the Clippers moving it up. And here's Leonard from three. The rebound by Johnson. The Suns leading by 7. Booker, right side. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
2 minutes.
Outside Leonard.
First half. 2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Ball comes in for Jackson.
Foul against the Suns. Mikal Bridges.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Phoenix.
At the line for your Clippers, Kawhi Leonard for a free throw.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Josh Okogie.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And the Suns call time. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Wall's shot is off. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Clippers. Man comes in for Luke Kennard.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
Covington in the corner. There's the pass to Man. Here's Wall. The feed to Batum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Shamet. The offensive rebound. Bridges passes to Saric. Goes up again. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Pass to Leonard. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Well, they've been running the offense through Leonard all night, and why not?
Passes it to Shamet. Lets the three fly. And no good. Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break. Or third quarter back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, he was a rough ride in the first quarter for the Clippers. They tried to get their legs under them and establish at least. Thanks for joining.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
He knows that that's a strength for him. If they're going to keep fouling, he has no problem taking it.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's special. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Paul for three, connects from three-point range. Paul's got 11.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Leonard against Bridges. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack-a-Paul strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
And the dunk by Booker.
I like how sudden Booker can be on the drive, charging into a gap before the defense sees it's there.
The Clippers trail. George looking over the floor. And the rejection by Ayton. Here's Zubats. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Stolen by Zubats. Right side Jackson. Left side Leonard. Shoots over Bridges. Ball's knocked loose. And they get it back. And George kicks to Leonard. The Clippers keep it alive. And the dunk by Zubats. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Here's Paul. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Sometimes you just got to do it yourself. Chris Paul calling his own number.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Zubats against Booker. Here's Johnson.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Phoenix also making some changes. Saric has checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Lee comes in for Bridges. And Okogie subbed in for Devin Booker. Here's Wall. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Saric. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
To the paint, Covington with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And here's Wall outside. Saric grabs the board. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Suns. And Covington sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Phoenix making some changes. Torrey Craig comes in for Johnson. And it's Payne in for Paul. 1:12 left in the third quarter.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Phoenix. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It will happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. And the Suns making a change here as well. Ayton's checked in. Pass to Shamet. Puts up a three. A second chance effort. Nice hit again. And it's Ayton missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Wall passes to Covington. Right block shot. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
A smart offensive player. I like watching Covington get interior positioning and look to score.
Lee outside. A new 14 for the Suns. Ayton kicks to Payne. Clock at 6. Oh, Ayton in position. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Clippers ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Mann. Powell for three. Not going to go that time.
And part of the longevity of Batum's career is that his game translates to these times. The case in point, the versatility defensively.
33.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Suns lead by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Suns, the small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
Clippers trail by 3. On the wing, Jackson. Feeds it to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Thank you, David.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
That one drops. He ties it up.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching the lead. But look, he tied things up.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
First personal foul.
They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Leonard looking around. Shoots over Bridges. And that one hits back iron. And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Here's Leonard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Leonard's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. The Suns have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's a tough take by Paul inside. He is absolutely fearless, and that helps him get a trip to the stripe.
Both free throws good from Paul. The Clippers shooting a meager 37% for the game. Zubac finds Jackson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a take by Jackson. And he's almost automatic at the line, so you might as well add that next one.
Back to Paul. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Kicks it out to Booker. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Ayton trying to break free. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Reggie Jackson. The first one falls.
At the line for the Suns.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them the lead.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And there's the pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Leonard against Johnson to take the lead. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Tips it, and it's Ayton with the rebound. The Suns leading. Ball outside. Ayton inside. Working on Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A solid free throw shooter. Let's see if Ayton can capitalize at the line. This game is close.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter.
Coming onto the court is your
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Chris Paul.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Here's Leonard, 5 to shoot, 2 points, that one goes. Leonard's got 23 points.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi
being his best in the biggest moments.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Who else would you want on the line? Paul, this is what he does. He is a closer. See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
There's Jackson with the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
George dishes to Jackson. Leonard against Bridges. Unloads from 13. And the shot is long. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. 4-point game.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Paul George with the steal. Yes!
That championship mentality of Leonard. This is why they go to him in the clutch.
And so it's Phoenix who scraped by with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.